Let's start off with some sad news. We were talking before the stream. Drew Struzan, legendary movie poster designer, passes away at 78. I have been a fan of his work since, oh man, God, the 80s.
Yeah.
I remember his Raiders of the Lost Ark poster. He does posters. Let me zoom in on some of this. I mean, I think he did Star Wars, Harry Potter. I mean, if you look up his work, it's so remarkable. I've even got, there's a gallery here that we dug up that I'll show you here. Look at this. Everything from the 6 Star Wars movies. Maybe he did Force Awakens. I don't know. Back to the Future. The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, Goonies, Shawshank Redemption, multiple Star Wars posters.
Yeah, Raiders is probably the one I remember the most.
Love the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Back to the Future, Mallrats, Risky Business. These were
even the Muppets.
Posters.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Muppets.
That's, oh my gosh.
This is a gallery of his work at Film Art Gallery. You can just look up Drew Struzan. So really just what was great about his posters, they just captured the imagination. Like they didn't lie. You know, there were movie posters. Well, that doesn't happen in the movie. So they were inspired by, you know, scenes from the film itself, but in a way that made it kind of magical. Like, what is this about? Like The Empire Strikes Back. I think Raiders might be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to throw Muppet Christmas Carol up there now. Now I know that was him.
Big Trouble in Little China. I mean, look at that.
Adventures in Babysitting. That's an iconic poster.
Yeah. All of this. So anyways.
And because, whoops, hold on. Because you asked for it.
Yes.
There it is.
What?
Force Awakens.
There you go.
Yeah. I think he did all 9. I'm pretty sure.
But the thing is, I love movie posters. I've collected them since I was a kid. I have posters still that I had when I was 11, right? So love movie posters. My room was decorated with movie posters.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think a lot of movie posters today are not great. And we could use, you know, draw some inspiration from Drew's. So condolences to his family, and the industry needs imaginative breakthrough posters like Drew's work. So
they need actual artists.
Actual artists, not like Photoshop or AI. All right. James Gunn, of course, Peacemaker season 2 came out. And here's I saw this on X. We have to talk about it. It's okay. Let's watch this whole thing. It's like 2 minutes. It's James Gunn talking about Peacemaker season 2 and letting his wife kiss John Cena in the final episode. By the way, he wrote, executive produced, and directed this scene.
Yeah, and was the intimacy coordinator for the scene.
Yeah, was he? Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Might as well have been.
Yeah, but we need to look at this. So if you've not seen this, Alan, I'm going to share it with you. They're on a podcast talking about this scene while they show the scene. Wait, let me turn up the audio here. Turn that up. Okay, here we go.
And I mean, I also understand that it must be weird seeing your wife kissing another person.
Yeah.
I don't ever think about it like that, though. When 2 actors are on screen, it just doesn't, it doesn't feel, it feels so technical.
Yeah. Sure. Well, and this was
There's
especially,
lights and it's like,
this was especially technical because we had the Phantom camera and everything was in slow motion, and you guys had to go back in a certain way, then you had to come together, and then the camera ramps down. Ramps down means it goes faster.
Back to
And so it's
And you literally just have to.
He's giving like a real technical breakdown of this scene.
He's clearly upset that his wife kissed John Cena.
He's trying to talk around it.
I know. He just won't talk about it directly.
Do it over and over.
and we had to do it over and over.
again.
And then you're standing on the lazy Susan as we're curling around you. And it wasn't only that I had to direct you kissing a man, it was that I had to kiss you directing a man. And
I had to kiss you directing a man. He's like stumbling over his words. While
Yeah, I
he's
know.
talking about it.
He's visibly upset because he won't talk about the fact that their lips locked, unless I haven't seen the clip, so maybe he talks about it later. But the amount of saliva being passed back and forth.
Did you see this final episode?
No, I have
It was embarrassing. It
I
really
stopped
was
watching
not
this
great. Anyways,
You
front
have
of-
to direct me kissing.
what?
You said I had to kiss you directing a man.
I wish. I
had to kiss you directing a man.
Yeah.
He misspoke. Anyways.
I had to direct you kissing a man in front of like 200, 300 extras more that were, a lot of whom were fans. And so it was just, the whole thing was kind of weird before it happened. I literally, I was uncomfortable about it, admittedly. I was like, I don't want to do this. Like,
you wrote it, you idiot.
Aren't there porn categories based on this?
Yeah.
I think we're getting that right now.
But then once we were doing it, I didn't give a shit. Like I was totally fine.
You did. You instantly
I was
let it
looking
go.
at the kiss as like, I'm fucking loving it because it's like these beautiful shots.
They keep rerunning the footage underneath.
Well, I think whoever put the clip out is doing that. I don't think.
Did they? I don't know.
Yeah, because this is from the podcast, which is on YouTube.
Right. No, I've seen it. I've seen the podcast.
Some of our best shots ever
That's
from
really
the
cool.
series are in that sequence.
By the way, I'm sure it wasn't great for John either. His wife Shay is like
she was there.
down on the
Shay was sitting
next
beside me.
level of. Oh, she was.
Shay was
there
with me the whole
watching
time
yeah.
watching it. So yeah, Shay was hanging out with me while I was
so they
directing,
started
and
making out.
because it was warmer up there, and so she was watching the monitor. Next to
That
me.
boat was cold.
It was
guys.
cold.
I love it when celebrities and filmmakers try to make kiss and sex scenes sound so horrible, and like it's the worst thing they've ever done in their lives.
Right. Oh my God.
It was cold.
Yeah, it wasn't under the most perfect circumstances.
Dude, I don't know. What do you think? Did you watch the final episode?
No. So now I have no idea how the next Superman movie is going to start.
Don't worry.
I'm going to be completely lost when Man of Tomorrow.
You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I can just tell you, you will be fine.
Yeah.
So
69.
And I believe
Anyways.
there's not going to be another Peacemaker, if I understand things right.
no, there is no Peacemaker season 3.
Okay.
Let's talk Star Trek. Simon Pegg talks about Quentin Tarantino's Star Trek script. Let's go to this. I haven't seen this clip. I do know something about this, but it's oh wait. Okay, this is a YouTube short.
Yes.
They don't you can't pause them like normal stuff. I'm gonna have to start this over. I'll start it over because it's just gonna play. So let's look at this. This is from a YouTube short. So let's look.
Hi, Simon.
Hi.
So I know there was some rumors a little while ago about a Star Trek film written by Quentin Tarantino and that you may or may not have had your hands on the script. And I was just kind of curious as to what that was.
That was what we call in the business batshit crazy. It was everything you would expect a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek script to be.
Wait, I got to pause. Did you actually read it?
I didn't read it, but it was described to me.
Oh, so someone told you the whole thing?
Yeah, Lindsay, our producer, and J.J. Abrams had read it as well. That would have been amazing. I think it would have been such an incredible sort of curio to see Star Trek through his lens. I don't know how it would have gone over with the fans, but it certainly would have been an interesting thing. I'm hoping now that David Ellison is now high up at Paramount. Now the merger's happened, and David's always been a big supporter of the Kelvin timeline. So who knows? Maybe we'll get to make another one.
It would be batshit. He describes it as batshit. It would be violent. It would be violent. You'd see more red shirts die in the Tarantino Trek than any Trek we've ever seen. Massive number of red shirts, I predict. Only my speculation. Now, like as a Tarantino fan, I would love to see that. Love to. So,
yeah, I'd like to see it too. I mean, look, I watched CSI for many, many seasons, and there's only one episode I remember from CSI, and that was the Quentin Tarantino episode. So I think I would really like to see this be made. Why not make it his 10th? Let's just end it on Star Trek.
It should literally be red shirts getting off here and there. Actually, it should be from the POV of red shirts.
Yeah, it should be Star Trek Red Shirt Massacre.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe get into the origins of why they wear red shirts, because they don't want people to be freaked out by blood. So their shirts are just red from the beginning. So they can bleed all over it and you don't get freaked out about blood. That would be perfect. I would love that. The cost of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker has finally come out. The final cost. I don't know why this is coming out 6 years later. $600 million. I mean, that is utterly insane. I've got the story here from Forbes. Alan, I know you've got like the notes for this story. I'm trying to get rid of all the all the notifications and pop-ups, but I'll post the story up here. Let's get to it, because is anyone surprised? Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
600 million. We've got.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, here's the quick breakdown. Disney just revealed that Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker cost a jaw-dropping $593.7 million to make it officially the third most expensive movie ever. Yep, that's even more than Avengers Endgame, and it's barely cheaper than Force Awakens and Jurassic World Dominion. The crazy part, despite the astronomical figure, the film actually came in under budget. That's right. The Rise of Skywalker was technically a financial win for Disney accountants. The movie's UK-based production filing shows that by the end of 2019, the movie was below production budget. So how did that happen? A mix of tight schedules and fewer reshoots. Editor Marianne Brandon admitted the post-production process was accelerated, saying the team had 3 months less than they did for The Force Awakens. Disney refused to push back on the release date, which saved money also, but let's be real, probably added the movie's rushed feel. Even J.J. Abrams confirmed that they didn't have to do redos as many scenes this time around because cast and characters were already established. On Rise of Skywalker, we knew who and what we worked with, he told Entertainment Weekly. When it was all said and done, Disney got a $103 million reimbursement from the UK, dropping it down to $489 million. The movie made $1.7 billion at the box office, meaning Disney's cut, roughly half after the Disney split, was around $538 million for a modest $48.6 million profit. But that doesn't include all the marketing, advertising, and so on. But see, here's a kicker. Even though Rise of Skywalker technically made a profit, the franchise hasn't released another theatrical film since 2019.
Is anyone surprised
that it made money?
This?
Yes.
No, I mean, is anyone surprised about this? Look, we've talked about the sequel trilogy. I, of course, being the eternal optimist, thought that, Didn't like the way it started. Last Jedi had some interesting ideas. It'll make sense. There's a plan, and the plan is to make it all make sense. It never made sense. It never made sense. And fans were divided by Last Jedi, and then united in the fact that they all hated Rise of Skywalker. I remember it's the only Star Wars movie I've seen one time only.
Mm-hmm.
I saw
and you and I
one
saw it
time.
at the same time together.
Yeah,
actually.
and I was so disheartened. I mean, I remember being just so disappointed. It was like, that's it. God awful. And when you're finally seeing John Boyega come out with those comments like about, yeah, we would, be respectful to the legacy characters. Come on.
Yeah. I'll never forget the groan when Han Solo showed up. And I'll never forget the laughs when Rey and Kylo kissed.
Yes. Yes. It was the opposite reaction you'd want. Like people groaned, laughed. It was laughable. It was like, I remember just like walking out going, that's it.
Yeah.
And then people forget, it ends with a kiss. At the end, there's this big lesbian kiss at the end of Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Star Wars.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah. We were in a packed theater at the ArcLight in Hollywood.
Yeah.
We're talking hundreds of people sharing this experience together
and laughing all the way.
Yeah.